I've had the opportunity to meet some of you, but for those whom I haven't met, my name is ADZRA PINANDITYA, and I'm humbled to be given the opportunity to deliver this speech on behalf of the graduate program cohort. Standing here as your valedictorian is quite surreal, but then again, my whole academic and life journey has been a mix of a pressure and fun and somewhere in between. As the firstborn child and grandchild on both sides within Asian family, expectations weren't optional, they were given. Be the best, make it count, set an example for your younger brother and thousands of youngest cousins. And for a long time, I chased that bar relentlessly, or at least I tried to be. Back when I was doing my bachelor in Indonesia, only the student with the highest GPA can walk and shake hands with the rector or the president of the university. And my dad, jokingly, or maybe he wasn't, told me that if I wasn't the best graduate, he wouldn't come to my graduation. I didn't take him seriously, but I guess my unconscious mind did. So I went to school seriously, slept at 9 p.m., woke up at 3 a.m. to study, was active in student organizations here and there, and long story short, I secured the best graduate positions with a GPA of 3.96 out of 4. While, of course, like anyone would be, I'm proud of that, I couldn't help but to wonder, did I miss out? I felt somewhat disconnected from my classmate. I lost a few friendships. What if I had hung out more with my friends? Would I even have more memories? Would I have experienced myself more fully beyond just studying? So when I moved to Switzerland to do my master's, I made a quiet promise to myself that I didn't tell anyone. This time I'm going to enjoy it, I'm going to be present, and I'm going to live. But spoiler alert, it wasn't all sunshine and cheese. I had to learn how to enjoy while also taking responsibility of my decisions to move to another continent and to integrate myself into a completely new society. My first year here was, if I may say, full of trials and tribulations. I was jet-lagged, homesick, and deeply confused by the looks I get in the supermarket because I don't speak French. And that was funny because I had lived abroad before, but this was my first time experiencing culture shock. And I learned quickly that language barrier is indeed real and that cultural differences go far beyond what type of cheese you eat or train punctuality. But Switzerland taught me more than any textbook ever could. I learned that when you're tired, you can rest. When you're overwhelmed, it's okay to cry. But do not give up. You can take breaks, but you do not quit. I learned that it's okay if friendship don't stick, because the right ones, the ones that truly matter, will find you in the quietest, most unexpected ways. And I also learned that the kindest people that you're longing to meet will arrive in your life at exactly the right time. Switzerland taught me that when opportunity doesn't knock, you build your own door. Before I left Indonesia, I literally made a PowerPoint presentation because I had to convince my dad on why he should let me go all the way to a new different country. And on one of the slides, I outlined my goal, which is to network with as many people as possible and eventually to secure a job in Switzerland. It wasn't easy. Just like any of you maybe submitted over 50 internship applications that only ended up with rejections or nothing at all, no response. But in the end, I'm glad that I found my way by knocking on many doors and sometimes building entirely new ones. So if you do have a goal, write it down. Then start laying bricks that will lead you to your dream house. And more than anything, I finally learned to enjoy, to look up, to laugh at myself, to savor even the awkward or absurd moments, because that's where life lives, in between the deadlines and inside the detours. To end my speech, I would like to take this opportunity to thank all the faculty and friends at IIG that I met along the way. And I know I cannot mention everyone one by one, but I'd like to extend specific thanks to Dr. Bilal Salaime, my thesis supervisor, and I know maybe he's not here right now. But I just want to thank him, and I'll admit this publicly right now. At first, I was not planning to do my thesis on international security, but from the first session of his class, the way he made it so engaging, I loved it so much, I changed my whole entire thesis plan just to be supervised by him. And to Dr. Kiara Redaili, who's also not here, unfortunately, Thank you for being my quiet pillar. I'll never forget how supportive she was during my job search. When my then potential employer reached out to her, she did not just respond, she vouched for me. Thanks in part to her, I had a job offer in Switzerland even before I finished my thesis. To my friends and colleagues from work that attend today, thank you for being present. And thank you for waking up early on a Saturday when you don't have to. I should have brought a tissue. Thank you for sharing this milestone with me. And to friends back home who patiently listen to my endless meltdown calls, thank you so much. To my partner, and I'm sorry, my German is not really that good, but danke, dass du mir beim Lernen für die Prüfungen geholfen hast. Danke, dass du mir beim Üben meiner Präsentation zugehört hast. Auch wenn du vielleicht gar nicht wusstest, worum es ging. Und danke für deinen Humor und deine Liebe. And finally, and the most importantly, to my mom, to my family, and especially my mom, who flew all the way from Indonesia to be here. And my dad, who's also my sponsor for the whole last year, who unfortunately couldn't make it due to work, because of course he needs to make money. But I'm sure he's watching from home. To my brother, who is in the military academy right now, and of course cannot come as well. To the rest of my family, terima kasih banyak. No words are ever enough, but I'll say this. Every page that I wrote, every milestone that I reached, every step that I took, even when it's to the bathroom, it was always with you in my heart. Terima kasih, ayah, mama, for raising me with both ambition and compassion. And lastly, to all of you, the graduating class of 2025, I hope you too made a promise to enjoy this. And if you haven't yet, let this be the moment you do. If I can leave you with one thought, think of an advice you'd like to give to your younger self and try living by it now. Be kind to yourself, be open to joy, and do not underestimate how far kindness and patience can take you. And if someone ever tells you, you look happy, well, take it in, because that kind of happiness isn't loud, but radiant. It means that you're starting to live in alignment with yourself. Because in the end, life isn't just about being the best, it's about being whole. It's about the people who walked beside us and the stories that we got to tell them, and the strength that we find when we didn't think we had any left. Congratulations to us all, we made it, and I think we've only just begun. Thank you.